Roberta Flack, the voice of pride and longing, but never of despair, with smash hits like Killing Me Softly, and The First Time I Ever Saw Your Face. Roberta Flack, a former high school teacher, became one of the most popular artists of the 70s. Flack's powerful, steady voice could express tenderness, pride, conviction, or longing, but almost never despair. Most of her most popular albums included at least a few funk and soul songs, driven by a strong beat and rich with insightful social commentary. Giovanni Russonello, Roberta Flack, the magnetic singer and pianist whose intimate blend of soul, jazz and folk music made her one of the most popular artists of the 70s, died Monday in Manhattan. She was 88. Flack died on the way to the hospital, according to her manager and friend, Suzanne Koga. The cause of death was a heart attack, she said. Flack had revealed in 2022 that she had been diagnosed with ALS, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease, which had left her unable to perform. After spending nearly a decade as a teacher in Washington, D.C., and singing at night in downtown, Flack achieved international fame in 1972 when her version of the song, The First Time Ever I Saw Your Face, was used as the soundtrack to a Clint Eastwood film. The song had been released 3 years earlier on her debut album with Atlantic Records, but was not released as a single until after the film was released. Within weeks, it was at #1 on the Billboard charts, a position she would regain twice more with Killing Me Softly with his song in 1973 and Feel Like Makin' Love in 1974. In 73 and 74, she won Grammy Awards for Record of the Year and Best Pop Performance. Her songwriters also won Song of the Year. Flack's powerful, steady voice could express tenderness, pride, conviction, or longing, but almost never despair. Most of her best-known albums included at least a few funk and soul songs, driven by a strong beat and rich with insightful social commentary. But her biggest hits were always something different: slow folk ballads, The First Time, sweet melodic hits, Killing Me Softly, or soft, warm love songs, Feel Like Makin' Love. Roberta Flack downplays everything with calm and gentleness. The writer and folklorist Julius Lester once observed in a critical essay for Rolling Stone magazine, "More than any other singer I know, she can take a quiet, slow song, and most of her songs are, and fill it with a chilling intensity that is sometimes almost unbearable." Lester noted in Flack an amazing ability to go deeper into a song than you might have thought possible, and to draw out answers from places within yourself that you didn't know existed. Critics often found it difficult to describe the understated power of her voice and her wide stylistic range. With her grace, sensitivity, and conviction, her singing seemed to reframe the standard expectations of a pop star. She placed equal importance on passion and clarity in her communication, like a teacher addressing inquisitive students or a lover pledging devotion. "I've been told I sound like Nina Simone, Nancy Wilson, Odetta, Barbra Streisand, Dionne Warwick, even Mahalia Jackson," Flack told the New York Times in 1970. "If everyone said I sounded like one person, I'd be worried. But when they say I sound like all of them, I know I have my own unique style." Extremely talented and studious, Flack entered university at the age of 15 and graduated while still a teenager. But her music career took off slowly. When she finally found fame, she was already in her 30s and had just left her job as a high school teacher. At a small Capitol Hill nightclub called Mr. Henry's, she spent years developing an eclectic repertoire of about 600 songs and a charming but simple stage presence. Even as her fame exploded and her beauty shone on the international stage, Flack stayed grounded and never lost the persona of an honest teacher, wise beyond her years. A virtuoso classical pianist who often sang while sitting on a bench next to the piano, Flack described her approach to music as a kind of stripping down in front of an audience. "I want everyone to see me as I am," she told the National Observer in 1970. Does your voice shake? No problem. You just go on and give it your all, and the audience ignores that little slip and goes through the performance with you. I found that the best way to reach people is to just open up to them and let it all flow. Roberta Flack belonged to a broad and enduring tradition of female singer-pianists. Nina Simone, Aretha Franklin, Alicia Keys, whose music was rooted in the blues, the African-American church, and Western classical music. These artists consistently challenged the constraints imposed by the commercial music market. She did not see the need to choose between a broad, accessible repertoire and a proud, Afrocentric identity influenced